I first learned about sickle cell when I was young. Going to the doctor, they told me that I had sickle cell trait, but didn't really explain to me what it meant. When she was born, with the newborn screening. It took about 3 months for all of the blood work and everything to come back, and then we found out that she had sickle cell disease, and that was a big blow to the family. We didn't understand the disease. We didn't know what it meant or how to feel or what until we went through counseling with the hospital in Philadelphia. Going back to the doctor and being told that your child has sickle cell disease really didn't mean much. We were referred back to the hematology department at the major hospital in Philadelphia, and that's where we were educated a little bit more on sickle cell, how our daughter developed it, what we could do to help soothe her with the disease, what the complications would be, and everything that dealt with the sickle cell itself. There wasn't a lot of information out there, so we had to dig and pry and just accept what we could accept and move the way we moved with the knowledge that we had. My husband and I were both pretty scared. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what we were dealing with. We didn't know who to talk to, where to go, what type of treatment. Is there a cure? Is there not a cure? How do we cope with it? My husband was in the military at that time, so we weren't stationed at our home city. We were out in a different state, so that made it a little bit extra difficult. Tiffany and D.J. Jr. has a bond that is, I guess you could call it more like a twin thing. They share something that's very dear to both of them, that's deep in them, that they have to cope with things that the average child does not cope with. They have to change their lifestyle opposed to just living and doing what they want to do. They have to adjust the things that they do in life. It brings them closer together because when one goes through a sickle cell crisis, the other know exactly the feeling and the scaredness and the hurt that they're experiencing, and it helps with both of them to experience the hospitalizations with each other so that they know what to deal with and what they're going to go through and how to cope with it. My strength has and always will come from the Lord above. He wakes me up every morning with a smile on my face. He has blessed me with 2 children, a husband, and a family that is caring and supportive with everything that we go through. We don't let this disease take over our life. We don't let this disease run us. We live the way we live. We are blessed to be here. We have a home. We have each other. We have love. We have God. We don't let it take over our life. It's you live it's 2 choices you have. You let it take over you or you take over it. Educate, be happy, be thankful, and just be blessed. As a mother, caring for 2 children with sickle cell anemia, I have learned so much. Education is the key to everything. If you don't know what you're dealing with, you're in trouble. Not every doctor knows about sickle cell, not every nurse knows about sickle cell, and not everyone you come into contact with knows about sickle cell. Sickle cell foundations are usually in every city, major city. If they're not in a major city, there is a National Sickle Cell Foundation that will help anyone dealing with this illness that needs help. The major hospitals have support groups. There's usually support groups around the cities that have the majority of the population that have sickle cell anemia. If there's not, start your own. That's all I can say is don't sit back and wait for someone else to do it when you can step up and be the one doing it yourself. We have been blessed to have Tarzana Hospital, who has been our support system majorly with both our children, Tiffany and Dorian Jr. This hospital and the staff, our family. When you have a chronic illness like this, you are in the hospital a lot. So normally you'll go to the same hospital and you'll see the same people. So you develop a friendship and a bond with the staff, and that is important because with the many hospitalizations, with the many doctor's appointments, and just the routine hustle and bustle of having children that have sickle cell anemia, you begin to develop relationships with the staff. The nursing at Tarzana Hospital, oh my, I can't say enough about them. You're going in there with a sick child. You're already uncomfortable. You're already trying to comfort your child, making sure that they're healthy or get better and heal faster in the hospital. And you experience the love and care from the staff and the nurses and the doctors at Tarzana Hospital. And that's something that I just can't speak more highly about. You get comfort, you get the love. I know we've been to many different other hospitals and it's not there. The warmth is not there, but you get that from Tarzana. You have that. Not only do we have that comfort and warmth in the hospital, you develop a friendship outside of that as well. And that's important because you're coping with so much on a day-to-day basis. And when your child is in the hospital, the last thing you want to be worrying about is a mean nurse coming to you saying, oh, get up or move or whatever. And you don't get that at Tarzana. You get love and warmth and happiness and caring from all of the staff at Tarzana Hospital. You need a support system. You need a support team. You have to be strong and you have to be educated. If you're just finding out that you have sickle cell or your child has sickle cell, you really need to get counseling. You need to get into a support group, and you need to be educated on the illness. There's a lot of myths going around about the disease, misinformed information that needs to be sorted out. And as long as you're educated appropriately, you'll be good to go. The general public needs to be more aware of this illness, how it developed, who has it, how it's cared for, and the patients themselves on how they cope with day-to-day life living with a chronic illness. Not everyone is educated on it. You deal with many people on a regular basis, the schools, the churches, your neighbors, your friends, the hospitals, the nurses, the doctors, the staff, the insurance companies. You deal with so many people on a regular basis that haven't a clue at what you're going through with this illness. Everybody's different. Every sickle cell case is different. You can't judge one the same way you would judge the other. Some people are sick a lot and some aren't. Some people experience different symptoms that one may and may not experience. So the general public just assume that they're all categorized in one group, and they're not. Wow. If a cure was discovered for sickle cell, which, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Because it's long overdue. It's long overdue.